Alright, in this video we're going to finish the remaining problems that are on the review sheet for your final exam on Wednesday. And I stopped at problem number 22. And it's this right here. Here you're going to calculate the surface area and volume of each three-dimensional figure. So you're going to have five-dimensional figures. You're going to have to calculate the surface area and the volume, starting with a right rectangular prism. And that's part A. Alright, in this case here, we do have a length of 6 inches, a width of 8 inches, and a height going straight up and down of 4 inches. So those are your dimensions there. A length of 6, a width of 8, and the height is 4. And now we're going to find the surface area of that right rectangular prism. In this case, that formula is going to be 2 times the length times the width, plus 2 times the width times the height, plus 2 times the length times the height. And in this case here, the length is 6, so it'll be 2 times the length, which is 6, times the width, which is 8, plus 2 times the width, which is 8, times the height, which is 4, plus 2 times the length, which is 6, times the height, which is 4. And in this case here, if I multiply 2 times 6 times 8, that will give me 96, plus 2 times 8 times 4, that will be 64, and then 2 times 6 times 4, 48. And if we add 96, 64, and 48 together, you will get 208. And this is going to be in square inches because our units are in inches. So the surface area of that right rectangular prism will be 208 square inches. And now for the volume. The volume of a right rectangular prism is simply going to be length times the width times the height. Here in this case, your length is 6, the width is 8, and the height is going to be 4. So if I multiply 6 times 8 times 4, I would get a volume of 192, and this is going to be in cubic inches. So that volume in cubic inches will be 192 cubic inches. Okay, now part B. Part B is a right circular cylinder. In this case, in a right circular cylinder, we have a radius of 7 feet and a height of 18 feet. The radius is 7 and the height is 18. So we're first going to find the surface area of that right circular cylinder. That formula is, of course, 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r times h. So this will be 2 pi times, the radius is 7, so it'll be 7 squared, plus 2 pi times r, which is 7, times the height h, which is 18. Just substitute. Now with this, we're going to leave our answer in terms of pi. So if I square the 7, that's going to be 49. 49 times 2 would be 98. So it'll be 98 pi plus 2 times 7 times 18. That's going to be 252, and we bring down the pi. Now we add our like terms here. 98 pi and 252 pi would give us 350 pi, and that's going to be in square feet. Okay, now we're going to find the volume of that right circular cylinder. The formula for the volume of a right circular cylinder will be pi times the radius squared times the height. So in this case, bring down the pi. The radius is 7, so that's 7 squared times the height, which is 18. Now if I square 7, that's going to be 49, so that's going to be pi times 49 times 18. And if I multiply 49 times 18, that's going to give me 882 pi. Now we're dealing with volume, so the answer has to be in cubic feet. So 882 cubic feet would be the volume of that right circular cylinder. And again, the answer is going to be in terms of pi. Okay, part C is a right square pyramid. So here's our right square pyramid. Now I'm giving you the height of 26 centimeters here, okay? Because that's going to help you find the volume. This 45 centimeters, that's going to be the slant height. Now the base is a square, okay? Now the surface area for that is just 1/2 multiplied by the perimeter of the base times the slant height, and we add that to the area of the base. So there are two things we need to find. The area of the base of that square, that's going to be side squared because the base is a square. And that square is 73 centimeters on each side. So here we take that 73 and square it. So if I square the 73, I'm going to get 5,329. That's going to be the base. And then I need the perimeter of that square. The perimeter is going to be 4 times the length of each side. So it'll be 4 times 73. That's going to give you the 292. Okay. So to find the surface area, that's going to be 1/2. The perimeter was 292. That L is that slant height. In this case, that's the height that's on the face of that triangle. In this case, it's 45 centimeters. Plus the base area of the square, which is 5,329. Now, if I take 1/2 of 292 and multiply it by 45, I'm going to get 6,570 plus the 5,329. So that surface area would be 11,899, and that's going to be in square centimeters. Okay. Now we need the volume of that right square pyramid. That's this formula: 1/3 the length times the width times the height. Now let's look at this. Your length is going to be 73 centimeters. Your width is going to be 73 centimeters as well, but I'm giving you the height of 26 centimeters, which is going to be your H. Okay, so here this will be 1/3 times 73 times 73 times the height of 26. Now if you do all of this in the calculator, take 73 times 26 and divide that by 3, you're going to get a decimal of 46,184.6, and this does repeat. That'd be cubic centimeters, or if you want to write that as a fraction, 138,554 over 3 cubic centimeters. That comes from 73 times 26. That's going to be 138,554 divided by 3. And it's in cubic centimeters since the volume is in cubic units. Okay, part D is a right circular cone. So here's our right circular cone here. We're going to leave our answers in terms of pi, and the height is given to you as 10 meters. Now notice that the diameter is 18 meters here. They're giving you the diameter of 18 meters. We want the radius. The radius is always half the diameter, so if I take 1/2 of 18 meters, I'm going to get 9 meters for the radius. Okay. Now for the right circular cone, the surface area is going to be pi times the radius squared times pi times the radius times L, which is your slant height. That's the height on the face of that cone. And in this case here, here's your slant height. That's your 12 meters. Okay? That's the height that's on the face of that cone. So here we got pi times the radius, which is 9, and that's square, plus pi times the radius again, that's 9, times that slant height, which was 12. And I'll go ahead and mention right here that L, that's the slant height, that's going to be 12. Now let's simplify this. 9 squared is 81, so this will be 81 pi, plus 9 times 12 is 108, and then bring down the pi. Now add 81 pi to 108 pi, you're going to get 189 pi, and that's going to be in square meters. Alright, now we're going to find the volume of that right circular cone. That's going to be this formula, 1/3 pi r squared times the height. And I'll go ahead and add to it that the height that I gave to you on the review sheet was 10 meters. So in this case here, that volume is going to be 1/3 pi times the radius, which is 9, and that's going to be squared times the height, which is 10, which is given to you on the review sheet. So now let's simplify this. 9 squared would be 81, so I'm going to have 1/3 pi times 81 times 10. If you do 81 times 10, what did I get 100 from? Okay, so if I do 81 times 10, divide that by 3, I'm going to get 270. So it'll be 270 pi cubic meters. And then finally, part E is the sphere. Now with the sphere, the only thing that you'll need is just the radius. That's 8 kilometers here. That's going to be this. And again, we're going to leave our answer in terms of pi. Our radius is 8 kilometers. So here the surface area for the sphere will be 4 pi r squared. So this would be 4 pi times the radius, which is, of course, 8. And I'll go ahead and mention here that the radius is 8 kilometers. Square that 8, you're going to get 64. So this will be 4 pi times 64. And then 4 times 64 will be 256. So it'll be 256 pi square kilometers. Now for the volume of that sphere, that's going to be 4/3 pi times the radius cube. So here that volume is going to be 4/3 pi times the radius, which is 8, and that's going to be cubed. If I cube the 8, that's going to be 256. No, 512. 8 times 8 times 8, that's going to be 512. And then if I multiply the 512 times the 4, this will be 2,048. That's going to be divided by 3 because I'm treating 512 as 512 over 1. So this would be 2048. Not 2043, 2048 over 3 times pi, and that's going to be cubic kilometers. Or you can divide 2048 by 3 and you'll get 682.6 repeating times pi cubic kilometers. Right, so that's number 22. Now number 23. Here we're going to complete the following. That means we're going to convert in units of mass using grams as a unit of mass. So in this case here, number 23, you got this conversion table, which will be on your help sheet. Let me try a new page here. KG, HD, DAG, NG, DG, CG, and MG. Okay. And in part A, you're to convert 3.4 kilograms to grams. All right, in this case, we're going from kilograms to grams. From kilograms to grams, you have to go 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So in the number 3.4, we need to move that decimal point 1, 2, 3 places to the right. And here I'm going to need 2 zeros for that. So that means 3.4 kilograms will be 3,400 grams. Okay. Now part B is to convert 2,580 milligrams to grams. Now from milligrams to grams, we got to go 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So in the number 2580, keep in mind the decimal point is behind the very last digit in a whole number. We move that decimal point 1, 2, 3 placed to the left. So the decimal point will be behind the 2. So 2,580 milligrams will be equivalent to 2.58 grams. And part C, we want to convert 19,780 grams to milligrams. Okay, so from grams to milligrams, we got to go 1, 2, 3 places to the right. And again, the decimal point is behind the very last digit, so we need to move 3 places to the right, like 1, 2, and 3. I need to add 3 zeros for that. So this would be 19,780,000 milligrams. Okay, so that's problem number 23. And finally, problem number 24 is to convert each of the following from degrees Fahrenheit to the nearest degree, integer degree Celsius. So in part A, we're converting 60 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. And the formula to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius is going to be this. C is equal to 5 times F minus 32, all divided by 9, and the F is the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So we just substitute the F with the 60, so we'll have 5 times 60 minus 32 divided by 9, and that's equal to, if I subtract 32 from 60, I'm going to get 28, so it'll be 5 times 28 divided by 9. Do this in the calculator, you'll get 15.55, but to the nearest integer, or to the nearest whole number, it'll be 16 degrees Celsius. And finally, part B is to convert 86 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. 86 degrees Fahrenheit, we want to convert that to Celsius using this formula. C is equal to 5 times degrees Fahrenheit minus 32, all divided by 9. And in this case here, our Fahrenheit temperature is 86, so it'll be 5 times 86 minus 32, whole thing is divided by 9. And if I subtract 32 from 86, that would be 54. So it'll be 5 times 54 divided by 9. And if I do 5 times 54, divide that by 9 in the calculator, you'll get exactly 30 degrees. So this will be 30 degrees Celsius. Okay? Okay, so that's the rest of the review sheet for your final exam on next Wednesday, May the 2nd. All the solutions to this review sheet will be posted on Campus Cruiser for you to look at. And do feel free to stop by my office if you have any questions about anything on the final exam. Okay, thank you, and good luck.